Hello, it's been a couple of weeks since I posted a video. Apologies for the absence. Nothing particular, no particular reason. I've just been doing a lot of different things and quite enjoying what I've been doing. Keep meaning to make a video and update, and then I kind of got wrapped up in the painting instead. Never quite got around to it, so I thought Sunday evening, before we start the new week, I'll close down the business and get this video out there, just give you a little bit of an update really. A few different things going on. This was the first thing, finished these a couple of weeks ago. Done a couple of videos on Boers recently. These are just a few figures on horseback, just to go along with what I've got already. So that gives me 36 now all painted up, which is enough for a force in the many would-be kings. As I think I said before, they're classed as mounted infantry. The rules don't require them to mount and dismount as such. So I figure they come in units of 12. I'll have a few horses mixed in amongst the unit, just to sort of show that they are mounted infantry. And they're nice figures, so enjoyed doing them. They're all metals from various manufacturers. I'm trying to remember who I got them from now. I've got some from North Star, Perry's, Foundry, and possibly others as well. Yeah, probably was at least one other that I can't think of now. But yeah, they were the main ones. Lovely figures. I think in the end I decided North Star were definitely the best. The guy on the left here at the front, this fella, is a North Star. Absolutely lovely figure. But they're all nice in their own way. Yeah, so they were good fun. So that's another little project pretty much completed. I've got about a dozen more Boers to do, but I don't particularly need them for a game at this stage, so they're not urgent. I'll come back to them at some stage. But yeah, this was finished a couple of weeks ago. The thing that's had me wrapped up the next couple of for the last couple of weeks, I'll put those up next. Yes, these guys. I've got more as well. Come back to those in a minute. But yeah, I've been sort of pontificating on the American War of Independence for quite some time, or American Revolution, if the guys the other side of the pond prefer that term. But yeah, been sort of threatening to do it for a long time. Something I'm really got interested in recently. Unfortunately, it's not something I know as much about as I would like to, which is probably part of the reason I've been pontificating, because I'm bound to make all sorts of silly mistakes, and I'd like to do it properly, really like to do it justice. But yeah, I finally took the plunge and got stuck in. Painted the first regiment of infantry. I'll put some of the normal, this obviously the command figures, the drummer and the colour bearers, and a couple of officers. I'll stick some of the troopers up in a minute and put some photos at the end as well. But yeah, these, yeah, I've enjoyed doing these. They're Perry plastics. I've got a unit of 24. Took me a couple of weeks to do, but they've turned out okay. Yeah, these things never look as good when I'm sitting there looking at them through the iPad. They never look as good as I think they do when I'm looking at them normally. So apologies for well, I say apologies. I'm not really owing an apology for it, but yeah, it's a shame that they don't come out quite as I think they look to the naked eye. But hopefully you can get some sort of flavour of what's going on. This is something I really want to do well and do right, so I've tried sort of to up my game on the painting a little bit. I've never really been into the sort of highlighting before. I've always painted the base colour and then used an army painter tone of the appropriate colour over the top, which I think gives a pretty pleasing look, and certainly look fine on the table. But yeah, I just wanted to do these a little bit better really. I see some really good stuff on here. I'm not up to the standard of some of you guys, I know, and I never will be, but I'll try and emulate it a little bit. And yeah, so I've had a bit of a go at doing some shading and highlighting, and yeah, the first attempt really. I think what really clicked for me the other couple of weeks ago, Leon did a video where he had, was it his Austrians? I can't remember, but he was sort of taking through the tutorial of using the wash and then highlighting around the wash, and it kind of, the penny dropped I think there. I've watched lots of videos where people talk about it and I don't fully understand how they've done it or have the confidence to go ahead and do it. I haven't got an artistic bone in my body, so yeah, for me to do something that vaguely classes as artistic is quite a big step. But I kind of, I'd say the penny dropped I think when I saw that video, and I think I kind of understood the technique and what we're trying to achieve. So yeah, I had to go with these guys. I really want to do these well, and I think they've turned out really nice. As I say, from this angle they don't look as good as I think they do, but yeah, they work for me, and hopefully if I've getting used to the techniques and getting it down, things will get better and better. So yeah, these are the I've painted them up as the 3rd Foot or East Kent. I thought I'd go for a local regiment to start with. These obviously, that's where I'm from, and these are the boys I'd have been supporting if I was around at the time. So yeah, so I thought they'd try, and they're a buff unit as well rather than a white unit. So I've painted them that way. The other thing with these guys, I'm going to be doing quite a lot of American War of Independence, I hope, over the next few months. That's going to be the main thing from now on for a while. As I say, I've done a lot of reading, but it's not something I know as much about as I would like to, put it that way. So I'm bound to make some mistakes and do some odd things along the way. So if you spot mistakes and things, then please let me know. These guys haven't been varnished yet, so there's still time to correct little errors. But yeah, please let me know. I'm particularly looking at Sarge on this one, because I know he's a bit of an encyclopedia where this particular conflict is concerned. So yeah, if you see anything, Eric, that doesn't look right, or that you think I ought to know, then please chip in. Be very, very grateful. I'll come back. I'll stick some of the troopers up as well, and come back to you in a second. Yeah, and these are just some of the normal troopers. I've painted them up in fairly full uniform. Try and give a little bit of an impression of campaign. I've put a couple of them, or put a few of them in the brown winter trousers. I understand they wore the normal sort of trousers during the summer or summer months, and the brown trousers during the winter. So I figure once you've been on campaign, you'll be wearing whatever was available. So yeah, I thought mix it up a little bit. But beyond that, I've left them largely in their sort of the uniforms it was meant to be. And yeah, they've turned out. So unit of 24. The only thing I've got to do is base them. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do that yet, so I won't rush to do that. Otherwise they're finished. But as I say, still time to correct mistakes if you spot any, Eric. So please let me know. As well as finishing these, I've also done something else, which I'll put up in a second. Yeah, more Perrys again. I initially made them, intended them to be British infantry. And then I decided to make them into loyalist troops. I decided to paint them up that way. So I'm painting them up as, I think, Delancey's regiment, which I found a picture of in the, I say it didn't look very hard, but yeah, I found a picture in the Perry's box on the fact sheet inside that. I thought they looked a bit different, white hats, so I thought I'd give them a go. The guy at the front is the test figure that is basically finished, but still happy to, still able to correct any mistakes if necessary. But yeah, these are going to look okay, I think. Yeah, quite interested in them. I can't find too many sort of loyalist troops around, so I figured these, from what I've read, certainly later on they started equipping. A lot of them were equipped with the British uniforms, so I guess you can use the figures interchangeably. Maybe change some of the heads around and change some of the hats. But yeah, these hopefully are going to be another decent unit. Behind the guy in front is obviously the test figure that I've pretty much completed, I think. Behind that, I've started painting the rest of the 20-man unit. Behind that, I've got a couple of colour bearers. And this leads me to a question, and I'm looking at Eric again, if you're hopefully watching. What was the score with loyalist units and colours? I know obviously the British regiments carried 2, the King's and the Regimental. As I say, I initially made these up as a British unit, so I put 2 colour bearers there, but I'm beginning to think it occurred to me that perhaps the loyalist units wouldn't have had 2 lots of colours if they had colours at all. I've gone through a few books and I can't find anything particularly conclusive on it, to be honest. There's a picture in the Black Powder supplement book which seems to have a loyalist unit, and it's just got 1 colour on it. I'm not exactly sure what's on the flag, but it's got a little Union Jack in the corner. I don't know, maybe it was a state or a regimental sort of flag, I don't know, but I'm beginning to think maybe 2 colour bearers is too much for a loyalist unit. Eric, or anyone else for that matter, if you know the answer to that, I'd really like to hear it. It's no problem if there was just 1 colour bearer or none, because I've got a couple of extra figures I can paint up and switch in instead. But yeah, it'd be nice to get it right if possible. So yeah, if anyone knows the answer to that, that'd be great. But yeah, this is going to be the next thing. As I say, I've got a lot of the base colours down now on the second unit, so perhaps halfway towards finishing them. So yeah, it's all going well. So that's what I've been up to last few weeks. Yeah, apologies for not making a video, but I was having a really good time painting them, to be honest. Every time I sort of come up here with a view to making a video, I started painting instead and got carried away with that, to be honest. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Really enjoying all your videos, enjoying all your output, all your projects. Hope they're all going well. Hope everybody's keeping well. Yeah, that's about it really. Thanks for watching, subscribing. Take care. Speak to you again soon. Thanks ever so much. Look after yourselves.